Rebounds on the first possession already for the Demon Deacons.
Williams at 21 a game, too strong. Make it a third offensive rebound and a fresh 20 again. And now Laravia is out on the sideline. So after all of that, it is merely a turnover for Steve Forbes, his hoodie, and his team. Now the Louisville starting five looks a little bit different. First start of the year for Samuel Williamson, the junior forward from Texas who had been coming off the bench in what is a deep Louisville team. Lots been made of how they're trying to play up tempo. So no Matt Cross in the starting lineup. And Williams has the game's first points.
Great action for Louisville to start the game, and you would expect for Louisville to be a bit rusty. Haven't played in 11 days. However, Wake Forest hasn't played in 12 days. But the difference is Wake Forest has been able to practice. You get an opportunity to see their starting lineup. And this is a group that has been consistent all year long, having Laravia back in the starting group.
So both teams start a Williams and a Williamson, paging the Elias Sports Bureau. And that's Alondis Williams with Wake's first points.
Well, you got Williams and Williams scoring from the beginning. Malik Williams on one end of the floor, Alondis Williams on the other end. Call Elias, Mike.
Top scorers on their respective teams. This is Malik Williams bouncing for Williamson, and he will shoot two at the line.
But this Louisville team will be significantly different with Malik Williams back in the lineup. In his last 7 games, averaging 13.3 points per game and over 9 rebounds. So the third leading rebounder in the ACC this year. And Malik Williams is, more importantly, he's the guy that commands the backline defensively. Very vocal and yelling out instructions to his team out in front of him, but has the great personality. Chris Mack loves what he brings to this Louisville team.
And Chris Mack said that Malik Williams has been full go since the team returned to practice Sunday night, the day after Christmas. So he's in there. Williamson connects on both. Louisville by 2 in the first 2 minutes. Off the skip, Isaiah Mucius drills a 3.
And Isaiah Mucius shooting the basketball extremely well this year, moving to the small forward position. Played for over 4 last year, but you see Alondis Williams with Coach Forbes says he's the best skip passer, especially off pick and roll action, that he's ever coached. And you talk about another dime from Williams to Mucius in the corner, and you see the beautiful find, cross-court hook pass on the money to Mucius, who knocks down a corner 3, similar to the game winner versus Charlotte 12 days ago.
As you said, that was the last time out for Wake Forest. Dallas Walton no in tight, and then he gets tagged with a foul.
And Mike, when you look at this Wake Forest lineup, only one player in the starting lineup started his career at Wake Forest. That is Isaiah Mucius. When you talk about winning the transfer portal, Steve Forbes and his staff did a tremendous job. And it's one thing to go get players. It's something completely different to get players that fit into what you're trying to accomplish.
Dre Davis couldn't get it to go. Yeah, and Alondis Williams, I mean, here's a guy who averaged 6 points and 7 points in his 2 years at Oklahoma, now doing what he's done in the first dozen games for the Deeks.
Well, Alondis Williams has now put himself not only just on a poster, but also on the NBA draft boards. And from what he's been able to do, and you talk about, 6 points a game, 7 points a game in Oklahoma the last 2 seasons, and now all of a sudden he's a guy that NBA scouts are looking at to be a potential draft pick this year, all because he stuck around for an extra year of college.
He's got Wake up by 3, and Noah Locke answers.
And if that's the one guy for Wake Forest on the scouting report that says do not give him a open look, it is Noah Locke, knockdown shooter, transfer from Florida. We talked about Wake Forest and their transfers. Chris Mack has done a pretty good job himself in bringing in guys that fit in the Louisville system.
Alondis Williams had it swirl out. Jared West back the other way. The Marshall transfer running the point for the Cards.
But this is something, of course, that Chris Mack has done for the last few seasons. You've seen a graduate point guard coming in to run the show for the Cards, and he trusts guys that have that experience, giving them the basketball.
Davian Williamson on the run out.
Nice finish by David Williamson. However, we are going to have a conversation about that. You can't get a wide open break and don't dunk it. Come on, Davidson. We got to do better than that.
Senior guard at 6'1". Nice find underneath from Williamson. And it'll put Malik Williams at the line when we come back.
David Williamson with the layup. However, my God, Alondes Williams, no layups here. We finishing strong in the paint.
There's so much new in the new chicken and bacon ranch, but the clock is ticking, so we gotta hurry. There's new rotisserie style chicken, new peppercorn ranch, new hickory smoked bacon, new... Did you just spike the foot long?
Sorry, I didn't want to delay a game.
Save big. Order through the app.
Ask my friends if I can borrow $100. Let's see what happens.
Can I borrow $100?
Go download the Earn It app. You can get up to $100 of your paycheck instantly, and it's hours you've already worked for, so it's so convenient.
Download Earnin.
Stay tuned to save $10 on Tax Shaver.
For a close shave, you need to get a razor and lather up. For a quick shave on the go, you need to settle for an electric. But what if you really want both? Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Designed with the needs of our military in mind, Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof. In fact, you could even use a Tax Shaver underwater and still get a great shave. Navy guys, Tax Shaver is small and compact, so it slips easily into any pocket. Yet it also has 3 powerful rotary heads that can easily take on even the coarsest hair. To prove it, I'm gonna do something I never do. Shave. As you can see, it easily handled even my stubborn stubble. Now that's what I call military tough. So let's review. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, features a built-in trimmer, works wet or dry, even underwater, and has 3 powerful shaving heads. I mean, there's just nothing like it on the market today.
Tax Shaver is $29.99, but act now and we'll take $10 off, so you get it for just $19.99. And shipping is free. But wait, call or click today and you can get a second Tax Shaver. Just pay a separate fee. Tax Shaver is the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality, and is backed by our 10-year warranty. You can get 2 Bell & Howell Tax Shavers with this special TV offer. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-482-6298 or go to taxshaver.com. Again, that's 1-800-482-6298 or order online at taxshaver.com.
Wake Forest at Louisville, and Wake's been one of the stories in the ACC so far in year 2 under Steve Forbes, and he said to us last night, Corey, we look like an ACC basketball team, and we can put legit size out there in a way that we just couldn't last year.
They really do, and he loves this team, and not just from the standpoint of the size, but also from the veteran leadership. But when you look at 7'1", 7 feet, 6'10", 6'8", 6'8", and you think about 3 of those players, 6'8" and up, are in the starting lineup, it really gives Wake Forest a different look when they match up against ACC teams this year. They didn't get to flex that muscle as much during the non-conference where matchups can become a problem with smaller centers, but they will use that size in ACC play.
Corey, how good do you think Wake is? Their only loss is to the current number 16 team in the country in LSU. They've got wins over Northwestern and at Virginia Tech.
Well, when I tell you that when they went to Virginia Tech early December and walked away with a significant win, you're talking, it was a 20-plus at one point during that game. I became a believer in Wake Forest, and they did that without Alondes Williams putting up, a 30-point game, which he's had back-to-back 30-point games coming into this one. So they got balanced scoring in that one. And so I'm a believer in this Wake Forest team. I think they have a chance to have a special year. One of the 4 teams right now that our guy Joey Brackets has in the NCAA tournament representing the ACC.
They've got another offensive rebound. That's 5 of them already. And Hadim C couldn't pay it off.
But one thing they haven't taken advantage of them, they've gotten those opportunities, 3 offensive rebounds on the first possession, and then getting another one there, but not turning it into second chance points. Alondes Williams did get 2 points off of an offensive board earlier.
Williamson scores plus a foul.
Once again, great action. And this is the second time we've seen a slip to the basket. Just a simple curl. And Samuel Williamson going to the left hand, able to finish through the contact. Opportunity for the and one.
We have not seen Matt Cross yet. Again, Williamson in his first start of the season, and he's making an impact early. 5 points for a guy who, in his last 5 games coming in, had 9 points total in that stretch.
And Samuel Williamson last season ended the year averaging 11 and 11. 11 points, 11 rebounds over his last 7 games. To come into this season, and this is his first start, I'm not sure what went into that. But, of course, you would have expected more, and we've seen more from Samuel Williamson to start this game.
Cam Hildreth, the freshman for Wake Forest, had an answer. We're locked at 11.
Hildreth, one of the young players Steve Forbes talked to us about. We've got to make sure we continue to develop the young players. With the transfers getting so many minutes, you got to make sure that these young players keep growing because they're going to need them during ACC action.
Alondes Williams, a transition 3 is the trailer.
You know, when you look at a guy like Alondes Williams, who is tied for the lead at 21 points per game in the ACC in scoring, but you look at his field goal percentage, shooting the basketball extremely well, 58% from the field, you wouldn't expect that to be a guy that shoots a bunch of threes. However, Williams still taking his threes and shooting very well from the field.
And a response from Mason Faulkner, the 6th-year senior transfer.
Okay, so I got to ask you this, all right? So I've done this, of course, with many play-by-play guys already this year. And, if, you know, I'm thinking a 5th year is a super senior. So what do you call a 6th-year guy?
An extreme senior, maybe?
If I could boo you right now on national television, I would. That's horrible, extreme senior. Come on. It's a super-duper senior. You've heard of super-duper before, haven't you?
Send your adjectives to @CoreyAlexander VA. Faulkner driving on Carter Witt, spun it out, and the rebound away.
You got to like the action for both these teams so far. You would think that the tempo right now has to favor Wake Forest. They want to get up and down, put more points on the board, where Louisville wants to be able to slow teams down, but still get out of transition, score their own buckets.
Laravia went up against Williamson, and then Laravia saves it off a card in front of his own bench.
But no one more excited than Steve Forbes celebrating with his team off of the hustle play by Laravia. Wake Forest getting back. Laravia with the block shot, the strip, and then challenging, going after a loose ball, running it down, throwing it off of Withers to regain possession for the Demon Deacons. And Steve Forbes excited about Laravia being back in the lineup, missing the last 2 games for the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, due to health and safety protocol, so he last played 18 days ago. He gets 14 points and 6 rebounds a game. Here's L. Ellis, the jet quick junior transfer guard, junior college transfer. And now Malik Williams for 3.
Malik Williams is a classic stretch 5, has the ability to shoot the 3, still can guard perimeter players as well as guard pick and roll action and the rim. Great touch from beyond the arc.
Hildreth, no. Ellis took a bump from Williamson. And it'll send us to a timeout. Malik Williams is back. Louisville leads by 3.
Let's break down Subway's new Baja Chicken and Bacon. Look at that coverage by that pepper jack cheese of that new rotisserie style chicken. Then boom, here comes the new Baja Chipotle sauce up the gut. And great, now I can't even see what I'm calling. Save big. Order through the app.
Nice. What? With the Game Time app, I pay 60% less than this guy. 60%? Game Time finds you the best seats and guarantees the lowest price. Download Game Time now. Nice shirt.
Be a war machine. Play online with your friends. Destroy your enemies. Experience massive battles. War Machines. Play free now. Available on the App Store and on Google Play.
Here comes organic carrots, purple potatoes, and wild sea bass? Wait a minute. Here comes a 5-star meal that's ready in minutes. Here comes the Sunbasket.
I was a fool to let you down, and now you run. Oh, now I'm crying, 'cause I want you back. Cupid, Cupid, send his kisses to me. Cupid, Cupid, tell him he belongs to me. Tell him that send his kisses to me. Cupid, Cupid.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? No more trips to the post office. No more paying full price for postage. And great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters. Ship packages. Anytime, anywhere. For less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer. A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/TV and never go to the post office again.
Anybody that wants to maximize their workout, anybody that feels that their energy reserves are not what they used to be, True Niagen slowly builds energy in your cells. It's like beast mode for your cells. I'm Shannon Sharp, and I'm a true believer.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want, with all the entertainment you love, for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Are you kidding me? 26 seconds in! Green's got 2! The Tigers have done it! The celebration begins!
This is one of 2 conference games going on in the ACC tonight, and only 2 because these 3 that were supposed to be also played tonight postponed due to COVID-19 protocols with some of these programs. And of course, last week, Corey, the ACC changed course on the rescheduling policy.
Well, and rightfully so when you consider what the ACC did, but you also have to remember a forfeit will be assigned if a team has the available number of players and the one coach but elects not to play. And again, I think that's fair because the rule was changed to 7 available players and 1 healthy coach. And if a team decides at that point that we're still not going to play the game, then the forfeit will be assigned. But I like the fact that, it was especially, the Wake Forest-Boston College game last week was what spurred the rule change. And again, Boston College having to forfeit that game wasn't taken very well, wasn't received well from ACC coaches, players alike. And I'm glad the ACC athletic directors got together, got that rule changed.
We've also had a schedule shakeup as it relates to this weekend as well, with a couple of games that were set for Saturday, including Louisville's next game, now bumped over to Sunday, dealing with a postponement Saturday as well. Some time changes. We'll get you all that info as well. Alondes Williams gets fouled, and he will shoot 2.
Will be interesting to see if these postponed games can get made up, though, because when you consider every ACC team plays 2 games a week. You're normally going to have a weekend game, whether Saturday, Sunday, then you've got somewhere between Monday and Wednesday to play. So do teams start to play 3 games in a week in order to make up those postponed games? Or do they just say, hey, we're not going to go back and play it? But, for what the ACC has been thus far this year, ACC hasn't been great in the non-conference. Right now, only 4 teams, according to Joey Brackets, in the NCAA tournament field. As of right now, I believe that many teams will try to get these games made up in comparison to allowing them to go to a no contest.
So we're getting 2 Joey Brackets references here in the first 9 minutes of this game, Corey, and we're not even in January yet.
Joey Brackets is forever. Again, it's not, Joey Brackets has he's not governed by time. Oh, come on, are you serious? Joey Brackets is, if he's sending out the emails to us, that means it's time to mention Joey Brackets on TV.
A rite of passage in the wintertime in our ESPN family. Louisville by 1 midway through the first half here at the KFC Yum Center, and an offensive foul on Isaiah Musius, so that's his second.
And you see LaRavia actually coaching up Mucius on the floor. And you're talking about a graduate senior talking to a senior about a mistake made. But that mistake forces Mucius to head to the bench with 10:26 remaining. Be interesting to see if Steve Forbes keeps Isaiah on the bench for the remainder of this first half or trusts his senior to come back in and play with those 2 fouls.
Williams couldn't get it to go from the free throw line, but a nice scrap there by Jalen Withers. Chris Mack has wanted him to be more aggressive on the offensive boards. And a carry is called on Davian Williamson. Withers out, Samuel Williamson returns.
You know, looking at Louisville's notes, it's the first time I've had Louisville live this season. But looking at their notes, the surprising when you see Samuel Williamson as well as Jalen Withers, another great back cut for Louisville, unable to finish. But when you look at those guys' numbers, they would have been probably the 2 guys you would expect to come in and have great seasons for the Cards this year. And really, it just hasn't been there for those 2 guys throughout the first 11 games of the season.
Williams denied by Malik Williams. Ellis on the run out to the rim. And he's fouled by LaRavia.
But you see the difference that Malik Williams makes along that back line for the Cards. And when you consider you're going up against a guy who is a ACC Player of the Year candidate right now in Alondas Williams, staying with him step for step and then denying the opportunity at the rim, starting the break for the Cards, getting out in transition where L. Ellis tries to capitalize at the free throw line.
Miss on the first for the junior from Durham, North Carolina, as Noah Locke returns.
Hey, Mike, okay, so, of course, I've got to find a hip-hop nickname for you. And I'm still working on that. You know, I've got one for pretty much all of my other play-by-play guys. But do you think that L. Ellis's friends would call him LL?
I think so.
You know, see, that just went over your head. It took you way too long to respond to that.
You think I'm not a Cool J guy?
I'm not sure because it took you so long.
We do have an audio delay from the home studios. It's coming back with Louisville.
I'm not going with that one, buddy. I'm hearing you. I can see your lip sync. I know exactly what you're saying. Don't try to blame it on the delay.
Oh. Good ACC action from the KFC Center. A couple of 1-0 teams so far in conference action. Corey Alexander, Mike Monaco, our entire crew with you. And Sam Williamson throws it down. They've been waiting for that, Sam Williamson, to show up this year. What a pass from Alondas Williams to Dallas Walton.
Steve Forbes says he is an elite passer. That was the first thing that he noticed about Alondas Williams, who's second in the ACC in assists per game. And when you consider that feed, you can see exactly what Steve Forbes was talking about and why he stood out to him at first sight, showing his ability to pass the basketball.
Chris Mack even said yesterday that Alondas Williams is by far the best passer that we've played all season long in these first 12 games. There's Walton. Sixth-year senior, the transfer from Colorado, couldn't score over the top, but another offensive rebound. That's now a half dozen for Wake.
Wake hasn't had much success with second chance points on these offensive opportunities. This time, get the foul. But Louisville has done a great job cutting to the basket in this game. The second time Samuel Williamson gets a curl action. This time, he puts someone on a poster.
it's bow time. Real deal chicken sandwiches don't take shortcuts. Because bold, hand-breaded chicken, huge pickles, and buttered buns just taste better. Try the new Bo's Chicken Sandwich, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Ready for Subway's Eat Fresh Refresh? That's a new and improved Italian BMT with new artisan Italian bread, new Black Forest ham, and new...
You gotta refresh to be fresh.
Hold up! False start on the spokesperson. Save big. Order through the app.
I love Made In. I love what Made In represents. With the product, you could tell that there's extreme craftsmanship.
You would think a pan is a pan until Made In came along, and I went, wow, these things are something better.
I use Made In both at home and here at Kraft in New York City. They're beautifully made and will help you take your cooking to the next level.
Those are the pans that we use at Alinea. We're going to have the best pans in the world at one of the best restaurants in the world.
If you're someone who struggles with mobility, even a short walk won't seem like a short walk. But the sturdy and comfortable Hurricane provides the balance and support you need. It helps you walk on any surface and truly stands alone. Get the #1 selling cane in America with our worry-free 100% money-back guarantee, plus free shipping. Just go to hurricane.com today. Also available at Walmart.
National champions again!
Have you ever seen a stock that went through the roof and thought, if only I knew about it? Well, get in the know and join the Motley Fool, where everyday investors just like you get stock picks from a team of market-beating stock pickers. Their average return is over 600%, more than 4 times the return of the S&P 500. Get stock picks every month at the special new member price of just $79 for your first year. Don't look back and say, I wish I knew about that one. Join at fool.com/79.
You know how sometimes you're just kind of brushing your teeth and then all of a sudden, it's on. With Roman, you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly. So whenever the moment happens, you're ready. Roman ready.
Wake Forest in Louisville in a 1-point game. And for Wake Forest, Alondes Williams already has a game-high 9 points and 3 assists. And here's a guy who, going back to even his senior year of high school, you include what his college stops have been before coming to Wake, never more than 17 points a game. And so, of course, here he is getting 21 a game for Wake Forest.
But when you look at the junior and senior year at Oklahoma, there was a tremendous amount of development there, but Alondes Williams did not play with the basketball in his hand. When Steve Forbes recruited Alondes Williams, he talked to him about being able to play with the ball in his hands, showing off his passing ability, but also giving him more and more opportunities to score, and it's worked out perfectly for him in Winston-Salem.
Steve Forbes said to us last night, I thought he could score double figures. I certainly didn't think he was going to be getting 21 a game. And he said, look, the competition, it's going to get better as we get into exclusively conference play in the ACC.
But, you know, the competition will get better, but Alondes Williams' confidence has grown also. And he's finding his spots. He knows where he can score. And he's not a guy that relies on his jump shot all the time to be able to score. But because he attracts so much attention, pretty much from the point guard position, he shows off his passing ability. But right now, with the green light that he's gained and earned by averaging 21 points per game, he's playing with tremendous confidence as well.
Wake now one of its last 9 from the floor after the Davian Williamson miss. L. Ellis stopped on a dime, tried to thread a pass to Roosevelt Wheeler, the freshman. And it's a Louisville turnover, just their 4th.
Roosevelt Wheeler coming off his best performance as a Card last time out in Western Kentucky. 4 for 4 from the field for him for 8 points. And finding his way into the rotation for Chris Mack. And often, of course, you know, when you get an opportunity to follow a guy like Malik Williams, you know, who has been a leader for this Louisville team really since his sophomore season, especially vocally. That's a great development piece for Wheeler to be able to grow into this Cardinal system.
Dallas Walton puts Wake up by 1, just under 6 to go in the first half. Louisville has gone 9 deep. That's pretty standard fare for this deep roster this year. But we have not seen, again, Matt Cross, who had started the previous 3 games. Dre Davis short, rebound Walton. LaRavia scoops it up off the glass, plus a foul.
That move. Whenever you see a guy get into the middle of the paint, spin, and then go underhanded for the layup, we're talking that move. That's 35 and over league at the YMCA. And Matt LaRavia pulling it off here. Sorry, Jake LaRavia pulling it off here at crunch time here in this first half. Wake Forest now on a 4-0 run, trying to make it 5-0 after Wake went 2.5 minutes without scoring. They've been in control for the last segment to regain the lead.
And on that play, Jake LaRavia was matched up with Dre Davis, former high school teammates together back in Indianapolis.
So if anyone knew that he was going to go back you down, 35 and older, YMCA move, it was Dre Davis, and he still fell for it.
Scoring drought approaching 4 minutes for Louisville. It stays with the Cards with 4 left on the timer. And Chris Mack will take a timeout here with 4 seconds on the shot clock and about 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Carvana's had a lot of firsts. 100% online car buying, car vending machines, and now putting you in control of your financing. At Carvana, get personalized terms, browse for cars that fit your budget, then customize your down payment and monthly payment. And these aren't made up numbers. It's what you'll really pay, right down to the penny. Whether you're shopping or just looking, it only takes a few seconds and it won't affect your credit score. Finally, a totally different way to finance your ride. Only from Carvana, the new way to buy a car.
ACC Network has it covered tomorrow before and after the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Packer and Durham get the day started at 7 a.m. Eastern. The Huddle will have a 1-hour pregame show leading right up to the game on ESPN. Then after the game, get back here to ACCN for a postgame show after Pitt and Michigan State. All right, 4 left on the shot clock for Louisville. Chris Mack drew this up, and the Cards don't get off a shot.
Well, he didn't draw up a turnover, no question about that. Give Wake Forest credit for doing the job defensively and then racing it back down the floor, turning defense into offense. Davian Williamson knocking down the corner 3, and Wake Forest has once again found their rhythm on the offensive end of the floor.
Neither team had led by more than 3. It's now 6, and another turnover from Louisville, a half dozen now. So Noah Locke's coming out, and Mason Faulkner enters. A 9-0 run the last 4 minutes for the Demon Deacons. Jared West is battling with Alondis Williams.
Yeah, but that's a battle.
Spinning,
he lost in that possession.
Dishing, and scoring. That's Hadim C. That is gorgeous, Corey.
That is gorgeous, but you think about Jared West giving up a tremendous amount of size. So you can battle all you want, but when you're playing against a smart player who knows how to take advantage of the physicality, as Alondis Williams does on that possession, you find yourself on the wrong side of a highlight.
6 inches, 30 pounds, the difference.
Yeah, Jared West battled all he wanted to, but Alondis Williams on that last possession going to the post and really taking on all the pressure that West was putting on his body, spinning off of it, but then the presence of mind not to try to shoot a challenge shot, dropping it off to a DMC for the easy bucket.
Davian Williamson out with his second foul. Remember, Musius picked up his second right around the 10:30 mark. And Jared West is good on the front end of a 1-and-1. So West is good on both. It's a 6-point game with 4 to go in the first half.
And much needed points for Louisville to get something on the board after going through a tremendous drought. And right now trying to find a way to get a stop where Wake Forest has found their rhythm offensively.
Hadim C is fouled in the post, and it sends us to a timeout.
And this is how you find your rhythm offensively. You put the ball in your best player's hands, and he makes a play.
Subway's Eat Fresh Refresh has so many new footlongs. Here's how they line up. We got the new chicken and bacon ranch, new Baja Steak and Jack, and the new Baja Chicken and Bacon, a.k.a. the Smoke Show. Save big. Order through the app.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals. Aren't others doing that? Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
At Tommy John, we believe you deserve the most comfortable underwear and breathable, supportive, lightweight stretch fabrics for the perfect fit on every guy. We believe in can't believe they never thought of that designs, like our Stay Put waistband and the horizontal quick draw fly. We believe the daily grind should only be in your coffee cup, not in your underwear. Plus, we guarantee no wedgies, no adjustment needed. Feeling is believing. So upgrade now and get 20% off your first order at TommyJohn.com with this code.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I can't tell you the last time I looked at my credit card statement. Hi, I'm Yaya, founder of Truebill, a simple app to help you stay on top of your spending, save money, and make sense of your finances. It's an automated accountant for busy people. Download Truebill today.
Come for the first rounders and the first timers, for the screamers and the dreamers, for the bright lights, the long nights, and the damn near frostbite. Come for the red zone, the end zone, handoffs and one-handers, the tailgates and the tunnels. For 3-time champs and for a second time around. Come for more than the game. Come for it all.
This is more than a conference, more than a tournament. It's where names like Case and Bones, Dean and Kay turn coaching into an art. Where Ralph and MJ, BC and Zion grabbed the hoops world by the collar and said, pay attention. Let's call it what it is. College basketball wouldn't be the same without the ACC, and the ACC wouldn't be the same without the tournament. A history of ACC men's basketball. Premieres February 7th on ACC Network.
Conference action inside the KFC Young Center. It's Wake by 6 over Louisville. Again, Louisville coming off a COVID pause, and to this point, we have not seen Matt Cross. Now, Chris Mack didn't go into any specifics on any individual player as it relates to COVID, but he did say they had multiple symptomatic guys, and so he was focused on everyone getting their win back. They came back Sunday night in practice. They did two-a-days on Monday in an effort to just get back up to speed conditioning-wise.
Well, and if you consider a guy that's been a starter all season long and has not checked into the game yet, you would seem to think that Chris Mack doesn't feel he's ready to play in this one. So I think we can assume that Matt Cross still trying to get back into shape after the Louisville program had to stop their basketball activities before Christmas.
There's Alondas Williams orchestrating for Wake on a skip to Hildreth, too strong.
And Alondes Williams is doing a great job of reading what the defense is doing behind me. He's not making the next pass. He's making passes really 2 to 3 plays ahead, or 2 to 3 steps ahead of the defense to open guys getting wide open looks. Part of the reason why he has 5 assists already in this game. The ACC's second leader at 4.9 a game, but already above that. You know, it's interesting to see that the fact that the 2 leading assist guys in the ACC are not traditional point guards. You're talking about Wendell Moore Jr. and Alondes Williams, who both are 6'5", you know, big guards handling the basketball and making plays for their team.
And they've absolutely been 2 of the 5 best players in the ACC so far.
Agreed. Right now, you have to say both of them would be first-team All-ACC performers. But Alondes Williams may be right now ACC Player of the Year when you consider the change that he's made with Wake Forest, 11-1, coming into, you know, the heavy part of conference play and leading the league in scoring, second in assists. He's got to be a front runner right now for that award.
His Deeks are up by 6, less than 3 to go in the first half. Louisville trying to get some offense going. They've got more turnovers than made buckets. And Malik Williams misfires, and it's now 6 minutes without a made shot from the floor. Hey, coming up at the half, the guys in Atlanta will be talking about bowl games across the ACC and, of course, a preview of the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I heard Jordan Cornette on before from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. He said, this is the closest I will ever be to a Mercedes.
I'm not buying it. Not riding with that. Come on, JC. He's probably already got 2 of them in the garage right now, but, you know, he's trying to play the humble game.
Walton, no. Rebound, Withers. See where Louisville goes for some offense here. Sam Williamson on the bench right now. He's got 7. Malik Williams with 6.
It's been a struggle right now. You know, having Malik Williams on the floor, you would like to see him get involved in some pick and roll action, possibly open him up. And really Louisville, for the most part, as Malik Williams comes up with the offensive rebound, they've been taking settle shots. The 3 by Malik Williams previously and that one for Withers, both, they're settling for those jump shots. You can get those at any point throughout the shot clock.
Been a big talking point around this Louisville program over the last few weeks. West missed from deep, and here comes Wake with it. The fact that Louisville's trying to get more paint touches. Chris Mack has been really harping on that phrase for what they do offensively. He's compared the need to get in there, score at the rim, score on the interior, to like having a running game in football and not just the passing game from deep.